Hey there, it is time to get started in session 1 and kick off the SOC 213 course. All right, so what you see on your screen is in fact session 1 displayed for you. I want to reiterate the fact that every time a new session opens, you get an email with that session's directions, and you'll need to read the email about that session and then watch the directions video that is linked in Moodle underneath that session. So you've already received session 1's email. Thank you for reading it. And now you are watching the directions video. Thank you for doing that as well. And so that will be how every session works. You read the email that corresponds to it and you watch the directions video. I will do my very best to make these as short and sweet as possible so you just know the requirements and then you can get busy and get to work. All right, so we have 3 items for this week. The first is to set up your Inclusive Access account. This particular Inclusive Access account is pretty easy compared to others. So remember, you do not need to go to the bookstore for anything. A fee is tacked on to the tuition of this class, which covers your access into this book. In the textbook and course information section, there is a link here, Inclusive Access Textbook Reading and Quizzes. All right, so you will click this link. Now, I'm not going to click this link because my end looks very different from yours and I don't want to confuse you. However, you're going to click this link and it's going to pop you right into our course. You may be asked to create a password, and if you are, just create a password and save it to your computer, and then you'll be able to access from that point forward. This particular platform is called Sage Vantage, and it is very user-friendly, very easy for students. So you should not have any issues. However, if you do, there are some documents down here under this technical difficulty section that will give you some helpful tips and tricks, things to do if you're having issues with setting up that Sage Vantage account. You can also shoot me an email and tell me that you're having issues, and you and I will set up a Google meeting, and I can then watch your screen to see what is going on. But I have not had any students report any issues, and I have used this platform for multiple semesters, so you should be good to go. So that's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to click on that link and get in there with your account. I will communicate with you if I don't see that you've made an account. So just make it. If you want to email me and double check and make sure that I can see that you're in, that's fine too. But making that account, clicking into that, being able to see the chapter assignments is part of session 1's grade. The next thing you're going to do is a Padlet. So when you click on the Padlet link, you are going to actually see a Padlet. So this one is blank, obviously, but what you're going to do is you're going to include a photo of yourself, maybe with your family, since this is sociology of the family, and just share about you and your family. Make sure you introduce yourself and tell us about cool things about you, what you're interested in, what you like to do, maybe what you're going to major in. And then please make sure that you title it with your name. So Padlet does not tell me who submitted what because this is an external tool. So if you don't put your name in your Padlet post, I'm not going to know who you are. I'm not going to be able to give you a grade for it. So just remember that. And then the final item is the Sociological Jumpstart Notes. So I do want to spend a moment to walk you through how to do this. Please know that if you ever have a question or a concern about an assignment, email me immediately, ASAP. Doesn't matter what day, what time it is, email me and I will respond to you as soon as I am able to. So what you will do for the Sociological Jumpstart Notes is just get kind of acquainted with sociology in and of itself as a subject. So if you've taken Soc 210, this will be a great review for you. If you have not taken Soc 210, this will give you a little glimpse into the subject of sociology. First thing you're going to do is watch this video, Crash Course Number 1, What is Sociology? Linked here. Watch it. Second thing you're going to do is watch the Crash Course Number 2, Major Sociological Paradigms. You're going to watch that. And then either while watching, after watching, or during a rewatch, so depending on your preference and your learning style, you're going to complete this document here called Sociological Jumpstart Notes. So I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to click on this link, new window, all right? This is going to create pretty much a copy for you in your Google Drive. So you need to be aware of what Google Drive this is being saved to. If you're a student that has multiple Gmail accounts, you might want to back up here, close out all your Gmail accounts, only log into your Nash Community College student account, and then start this process. So you're going to click Make a Copy. All right, this is going to create a document in your Google Drive. The only time you need to click Make a Copy is that one time, that very first time. It's going to save in your Google Drive. So if you continue to go back and click Make a Copy, it's going to make multiple copies, and it's going to make your finding your assignment and submitting your assignment super difficult. So only hit it one time and then rename it by clicking in the title up here, and you can name it something that you are able to find easily, like Soc 213 with your name or something like that. All right, so first things first, you're going to paste a photo of yourself here. This is a requirement. This is part of the assignment. Sometimes in online environments, you and I can seem like robots because we don't really interact with one another except through a screen. So I love to see a photo of my students as I am grading. It also helps me recognize you out and about in the real world. You can use the same photo or you can use different photos. I have had students do different photos every week of sort of like their life and what's going on. I even had a student post a selfie here of her flying in an airplane. I thought that was super cool because she was on a trip. So get creative with your photos. All right, so these are Cornell notes. If you have ever heard of Cornell notes before, these will be a review for you. But essentially, I have put the questions and main ideas that you need to pay attention to on the left. Okay, and then you are only going to type in information on the right. All right, so pop in your name up there, and then you will start your notes here on the right. So I've kind of formatted for you. Your notes go here, okay? All right, so after watching those two videos, or either rewatching those videos or however you choose to do it, you're going to put some notes here on the items that you have learned about. And paradigms and theories are sort of the same word. We'll use those interchangeably. So that might be a helpful tidbit for you to know about. So you're going to look at those three main theoretical paradigms in sociology. Both of those videos are going to review that information. So you will record that here. You're going to tell me what macro means, what micro means in the realm of sociology. So don't Google what macro means, because if you just Google a definition, it will be wrong. You're going to pull evidence from the video. So if I go back to the course assignment, it is going to say evidence from the videos must be present in your notes. Okay, so I have to be able to see from your notes that you watched the video. I do not want you reaching out to Google or using any other source. I want you to use these two videos to help you understand what I'm asking you for. All right, and then you're going to define what you know and what you've learned about structural functionalism. Okay, I'm asking you here to put your notes here, and then you're welcome to use a bulleted list because you're going to learn more than one thing. You're going to be able to explain structural functionalism to me with bullets. Okay, and then next thing, imagine having to explain structural functionalism to a friend. So tell me what you would say to a friend. All right, This is the highest form of learning, when you can explain something to a friend. Now, understandably, you don't know everything there is to know about this particular sociological theory yet, and that's okay. So use what you've learned from those 2 videos and explain that. All right, so you'll do the same thing for conflict theory, the same thing for symbolic interactionism. And then Cornell notes always end with a summary. All right, so these 2 reflection questions will be here at the end. There are multiple questions there, so I should see a good amount of response. Okay, this is a 100-point assignment, so I'm going to want to open up your document and see that you actually did spend quite a bit of time here making an effort to understand these particular items. I will tell you that in the beginning, sociology can be a little abstract. Some of this stuff kind of takes a little while to marinate. So I may suggest you watching these videos one day and just sort of thinking about it. Maybe rewatching them the next day, knowing what the notes are asking you for and trying to pop some information in. And just, again, letting that marinate for a day and then going back and finalizing. So I'm certainly going to suggest that you watch the videos more than once. And I'm going to suggest that you spend some time in between watching the videos and doing the assignment and submitting the assignment. So sometimes things just settle in our brain and our understanding deepens with time. And so if you do that, you may find that your assignment is definitely better in the end. Okay, so that wraps up session 1. You're going to do your inclusive access setup. You're going to pop in a photo and an introduction of yourself in that Padlet, and you're going to watch those videos and complete those sociological jumpstart notes. If you have any questions or concerns, send me an email and do it quickly. The more you work ahead in assignments, the less likely you are to get behind or run into issues. And I am always an email away, guys. If you need anything, just send me an email and I will respond to you as quickly as I can. I hope you enjoy session 1 of SOCH 213.